So it's that time again, 2026. You've seen all the videos while you've been obviously enjoying the holidays of how to make 2026 the best possible year for you. All these productivity hacks, as we do every single year. I brought myself a new productivity planner, and I think you should do that. But there's one thing that tends to be the problem and we're all missing. And a lot of people, especially in trading and in life, but this is trading. And there's more to it than just making sure you've got your planner. There is more to it than just making sure that you follow your daily habits and write things down. Now, I highly suggest that you write everything down because I believe that writing down on a subconscious level puts it into your mind and keeps you accountable for the things that you're trying to obviously achieve in your life. But in this video, I want to speak about something and that it's simple, but it's the most important thing that you're ever going to need, do, conquer for you to master all these things that you see. It all looks great when you watched an edited video on YouTube in relation to maybe you can do this and maybe you can do that. I'm only doing this because I thought I like the cinematic look. I'm away for a few days to recharge myself for the start of 2026 by the time you watch this video. And I've just got my studio light and this is from the phone. And again, it'll just be me speaking straight directly to you. And it's consistency. I want to speak about consistency. Consistency will always beat talent. Always, always, always. A very simple way of looking at this analogy is if you go to the gym 3 times a week or do one class 1 time a week for the 12 months and someone you know starts in January because everybody's jumping into fitness for January and they quit by February, who do you think is going to get the best results? Even if they do 30 sessions in January and you did 30 sessions over the course of the year, who do you think is going to get the most out of it? It's going to be the one who is consistent. And consistency will always beat motivation, because motivation, as I always say, is like a warm bath. Motivation, you only do things with motivation when you feel like doing that. That's not how you're going to get to where you need to get to. You are probably at the stage that you are right now because you only did the things when you felt like doing things. The motivation, the willpower, I was inspired by when I read a book and I did something for a week. That's motivation. Consistency is just turning up non-negotiable. I speak a lot about non-negotiables to a lot of our members and people that I work with. You must have a non-negotiables. Throughout your day, you must have non-negotiables, whether that's food, whether that's fitness, whatever it is. And if you're trading, which you're watching this video and you want to make 2026 the best possible year for you, then your non-negotiables have to be turning up every single day, repeating the same boring process. And that's the consistency. You see, with consistency, you're not giving yourself the option to negotiate. You're not giving yourself the option to talk yourself out of it. Because let me tell you, my friends, if you give yourself the option to talk out of it, you will lose. The old version of you and the willpower will be gone. It will just overtake you. That's what will happen. So you need to stop allowing yourself to even get those thoughts and negotiate with yourself. And that's where consistency then becomes king. Because consistency, just like bad habits, is also going to be a good habit. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're consistent with your good habits, they don't become as chores. They're not, oh, I have to do this. They are, I get to do this today. And I can tell you now through 2026, 2025, 2024, well, not through 2026, 25 and 24, we're going into 26. I've got the best results where I've just shown up every day and been consistent. If I've gone gradually into some bad habits, waking up late or whatever that may be, my results go down. My trading goes down. My quality of teaching goes down. My body decreases in the power, in the strength. And that's because that's a lack of consistency. So how do you build this consistency when you're coming from a position of lack of or lack of belief or weaknesses within your mindset? Well, the simple thing is you must take things in baby steps. Everybody has this New Year's resolution. They write their new journal. They write everything down. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to do this. And they've got all these dates over the year, but they've missed out the main parts, which is the turn up, same steps every single day consistency. So to get started on the consistency, you need to make sure that the small steps are there. So let me use a perfect example in relation to trading. There are people that want to trade 20, 40, 50 accounts, but they have never traded or passed one account. They have never taken a payout from a prop firm via Wise or whatever it is, just getting that one simple payout. But they want to trade 20 accounts. They see someone on YouTube trading 20 accounts. Now, let me tell you from experience, trading 20 accounts is very, very hard on a mental or psychological level. So consistency is a must when it comes to that. But start with trying to get the first payout. If you're not in the 12% that's taken payouts from prop firms, then that's your aim. So your first aim is that. If you can't pass and you've never passed a prop firm challenge, well, your first one is to pass the first prop firm challenge with a systemized way of trading. The way that I trade, a precision stack, get rid of all the complexity, keep it precise, precision stack, and we move forward from there. And that's really helped our members, students moving forward in 2026. They're at the stage now where they'll be getting even more payouts because it's a very systemized way of trading. So if you're jumping from streamer to streamer or Discord to Discord and you're trying to get free content and follow what they're doing, that's not going to help you. That may work, but that's not going to help, because how can you be consistent with that? Because you don't know the way that they trade. So number one, how you're going to do that is you're going to put things in place for you to pass that first prop firm. How's that going to be? Well, what's your routine? First is, are you waking up an hour before the charts? Are you analyzing? Are you getting your water? Are you journaling? Are you praying? Are you working out? That's the first thing that you need as inconsistency, because you can't be a profitable trader if your mind is a mess, because the markets will expose your belief systems and they will expose your flaws like you've never, ever witnessed before. So first thing to do is understand that you must pass one before you can pass 10. Let's go back even further. What if you don't have a proven strategy? Well, I see people trying to pass prop firms to get a payout and they have no proven strategy. How on earth is that going to happen? It's not. You're just going to keep going around in this feedback loop theory, as I mentioned numerous times. So the first thing is a small step. You need to find a strategy that works. Once you get that strategy, you need to have the data to prove that you can go that. Then you need to understand that you are a risk manager, not just a day trader, my friends. You are a risk manager. Then you go from there, and that's when you get your first payout. Once you get your first payout, you then understand of the process works for you. And you must turn up every single day. One asset, one strategy, one time frame. That's all you should be doing right now. And in fact, I've done that for the last 2 years, and that's what's made me profitable. I don't trade any other asset, any other time of the day, any other strategy. I don't get derailed by what someone else may be doing. It may be this, it may be that, it may be Orb, it may be ICT, it may be ABC, it may be ZYX. I don't care. I do not get distracted, because when I do, I lose. And that is breaking a rule. That is not consistent. So consistency, my friends, for 2026 is going to be this. Yes, plan all the nice things that you want to do and be productive. But if you want to be a trader, everything else needs to be put aside. And you need to concentrate on your body, your mind, and your strategy. Your body, your mind, and your strategy. The rest is whatever. All right. Do not follow. Get rid of all the people that you follow who are just giving you loads of technical analysis stuff. You don't need that, my friend. You don't need that. You need mindset stuff. Mindset foundations, health foundations, because that's what's going to allow you to be a profitable trader. Now, I can sit all day and talk about you should do this, and all these kind of things. But reality is you're never going to be able to conquer life, because life is different for everybody. Life is different for you and I in many, many different ways. But if you want to be successful, this is a simple way to do that. And that, my friend, is complete, simple consistency. All the best for 2026. You know exactly where I am. Mentorship is now open. Only 15 spaces. Application only. I'll see you on the other side.